But when it's time to speak, your mind goes blank. You know the words in your language, but in English, nothing comes out. It's frustrating, right? You might think, I can say hello and goodbye, but I can't say what I do every day. Don't worry, you are not alone. Many of my students have the same problem, and the truth is, it's not your fault. Nobody teaches you how to talk about your life in a real and natural way. What that's exactly what we are going to do today. In this video, I am going to show you step by step how to talk about your daily routine in English easily and naturally, like native speakers do. You don't need to know hundreds of words. You don't need perfect grammar. You just need to start small and build your story from the moment you wake up to the moment you go to bed. So stay with me because by the end of this video, you will be able to describe your whole day in English. Even if you are a complete beginner and not just describe it, you will understand it, speak it, and feel good about it. Let's get started. Chapter 1. Why daily routines matter in English learning. Let me tell you something honest. When people ask me, how can I start speaking English? I don't say, learn 500 new words. I don't say, study grammar books. I say, start with your day. Why? Because your daily routine is your life. It's the part of English that you can use right now today. You don't need to wait. You don't need to imagine a job interview or a travel conversation. Just think about your day, what you do from morning to night. If you can talk about your daily routine in English, you already have something powerful. You have something real. Think about it like this. If you learn to say, I wake up at 7, I brush my teeth, I go to work, I come home at 6, that's already 10 or 15 useful sentences. And you are not just learning random sentences, you are learning words you can use every single day. These are not textbooks examples, these are your real actions, your real schedule, your real world. When language is connected to your life, it stays in your memory. It's stronger and it grows faster. I had a student once named Fatima. She was from Morocco, and when she joined my beginner class, she was very shy. She spoke only a few words, but I gave her a simple task. Every morning, write 5 sentences in English about your routine. That's all. No grammar rules, no pressure. Just I wake up, I make tea, I go to work. At first, she used a dictionary. She made mistakes, but she kept writing. Every day, she wrote about her life in English. After 3 weeks, she came to class with a list. She had learned more than 30 new words just by doing that. And she remembered them too. Not because she studies them, but because she used them. She connected to the words to her real actions. This is why daily routines are so important for English learners. They are simple, yes, but they are also deep. When you describe your routine, you are practicing so many things at once: verbs, time, words, grammar patterns, pronunciation. You are also learning how to tell a story. And the best part is, it's your story. You don't need to remember a fake dialogue. You don't need to imagine a tourist in London asking for directions. You just talk about your day. And here's something even more interesting. When students can talk about their routine, they start to feel more confident. It's like building a small house. At first, you lay a few bricks, wake up, eat breakfast, go to work, then you add a window. I usually take the bus, then you paint the wall. I don't like morning. Soon you are building conversations with these pieces. You are not just learning words, you are learning how to live in the language. So yes, daily routines may seem simple, but they are the best starting point for real English. If you can describe your routine, you can build the habit of English speaking. You can practice every day without a teacher, without a classroom. You can do it in your head while brushing your teeth. You can say it out loud while walking to school. And every time you do it, your English gets a little better. I always tell my students, if you can speak about your day, you can speak about anything. It's the foundation, it's where everything begins. So, in the next chapter, we will go step by step through the day: morning work, lunch, evening, night. I will give you real examples, small tips, and natural sentences. And if you stay with me, you will be able to talk about your full day clearly, easily, and with confidence. Because when you learn to describe your routine, you don't just learn English, you start using English, and that's the difference. That's when you stop being a student and start being a speaker. Chapter 2: The morning. Wake up, wash up, get ready. Let's begin your day in English. The morning is the first part of your daily routine. And guess what? It's also the best place to start learning how to talk about your life. Why? Because morning are full of small, simple actions, and every action is a sentence. So today we begin with walking up, brushing up, and getting ready. Let's start easy. Repeat after me. I wake up at 7 a.m. That's it. Simple. Real. Now maybe you wake up at 6 or maybe 8:30. You can sense the number. I wake up at 6. I wake up at 8:30. You can also add words to make it sound more natural. I usually wake up at 7. I always wake up early. I sometimes wake up late. Do you see how just one small sentence can grow? And now let's change the subject. This is how we learn grammar without studying grammar. Was this she wake up at 6? He wakes up at 6. He wakes up early. They wake up late on weekends. When you say these out loud, you will not just learning one sentence. You are learning the structure of English. You are learning how it works, and you are doing it without grammar books, without memorizing rules. Let's keep going. After waking up, most people brush their teeth. So you say, I brush my teeth easily. But what if you want to say it in the evening? Same structure. I brush my teeth before bed. What if you are talking about someone else? He brushes his teeth in the morning. She brushes her teeth after breakfast. Again, we are learning naturally, just by changing small pieces. Now, here's something fun. Let's talk about real life because not everybody jumps out of bed right away, right? Some people hate to snooze button. That means they press the button on the alarm to sleep a little more. How do you say that in English? You say I hit snooze or I hit snooze 3 times. It's a small detail, but it makes your English feel more real. It makes you sound like a person, not a textbook. Another common sentence, I get out of bed slowly. That's real too. You don't have to say, I jump out of bed with energy, because let's be honest, most of us don't. You can say, I stay in bed for 5 minutes or I check my phone before I get up. These are true things, and when you talk about true things, the words stay with you. Next, you probably go to the bathroom. You can say, I wash my face, I take a shower, I dry my hair. Again, simple words, simple grammar. I take a shower every morning. He takes a cold shower. They take a shower before school. Just by changing the subject and the time, you can make many useful sentences and you don't have to memorize them. Just use them. Say them out loud while you do to them. That's how language becomes part of you. I had a student named Ali. He was learning English and working full time. He didn't have the time to study grammar rules, but I gave him a small job. Every morning, say your routine out loud in English. While you do it, I wake up, I brush my teeth, I take a shower, I drink tea. At first, it was just 10 words. After 1 month, it was 50. After 3 months, he could describe his whole day in detail naturally, and all he did was talk to himself in English in the morning. That's the power of routine, and it's also the power of repetition. Every sentence you say helps you build the next one. So if you say, I wake up, you can say, I wake up at 7, then I usually wake up at 7, but today I woke up late. That's how fluency starts, not with long words, not with perfect grammar, but with small pieces that grows you, like blocks in a tower. And here's something else. When you describe your morning every day in English, you are not just learning vocabulary, you are building a habit. You are training your mind to think in English. Even 5 minutes in the morning can make a big difference. Try it tomorrow. As you get dressed or brush your teeth, say each step in English. It doesn't have to be perfect. It it just has to be real. So now, so now, let's review quickly. You can say, I wake up at 7, I hit snooze, I get out of bed, I brush my teeth, I take a shower, I get dressed, I make breakfast, I check my phone. That's already a great start. And if you can say these sentences, you can also ask others, what time do you wake up? Do you take a shower in the morning or at night? Now you are not just learning English, you are starting conversations. So tomorrow morning, talk to yourself. Describe each step of your routine out loud in English. It will feel strange at first, but it works. It really works. In the next chapter, we will go from home to the next part of your day, going out, going to work, or going to school. We will learn how to talk about transport, times, and small things you do outside the house. But for now, just remember your morning is a gift. It's the perfect time to practice English in a way that feels natural and real. Start small, be honest, use your real life. That's how we learn. Chapter 3, Breakfast Time and Getting to Work School. So you are wake up, you will be brush your teeth, maybe you will be had a quick shower. What's next? It's breakfast time. And after that, it's time to leave the house and start your day. This time, this part of your daily routine is full of useful sentences. You might not realize it, but these few minutes from kitchen to bus stop are full of great language for beginners. Let's start with the basics. I eat breakfast, simple, right? What think about all the ways you can change it? I eat breakfast at 8. I eat breakfast with my family. I eat toast and eggs. These are real things. You don't need to make it complicated. Just talk about what you do and what you eat. Some people say I make coffee, others say I have tea. You can also say I drink juice or I eat fruit. And if you are someone who doesn't eat in the morning, that's useful too. I skip breakfast. That's a natural way to say it. Not not I don't eat breakfast, but I skip breakfast. It sounds more like what native speakers say. Let me give you a few more natural expressions. I am always a rush in the morning. I just grab a coffee and go. I don't have time for breakfast. I eat on the way to work. These small expressions make your English sound more real. You are not just using correct grammar, you are using the language that people actually use every day. Now let's talk about leaving the house. You can say, I leave the house at 8 easily. You can also say, I go to work, or I go to school. Again, very useful, very common, but you can make it more personal. I take the bus to work, I walk to school, I drive to the office. These are all small changes, but they make a big difference. You are not just saying what you do, you are saying how you do it. One student I had, his name was Min from Vietnam, always said, I take a coffee before work. I understood him, what I smiled. I said, in English, we don't say take a coffee, we say grab a coffee or have a coffee. He laughed and said, why? I take it with me. And he's right. It makes sense. But here's the thing, English is not always logical. Sometimes it's just about how people really talk. So grab a coffee is more natural. We also say pick up a coffee or get a coffee or not take. It's a small detail what it makes your English sound native. Means change to sentences. Now he says, I grab a coffee on the way to work, and suddenly it sounds like something you will hear in the London or New York. Same idea, just more natural. Let's talk about transportation. You can say, I take the bus, I take the train, I drive to work, I ride my bike, I walk to school. These are strong, useful words. You can also add details. My bus is always late. I listen to music on the train. I usually walk when the weather is nice. Again, all of this is about you. Real things, real habits, and that's why you will remember them. And sometimes we don't talk about the journey, we talk about the feeling.